What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a Blake Scholar Magic video. Go ahead and support me. Hit the subscribe button, share with your friends, hit a like. I appreciate y'all. Today we're doing a foundation starter kit, and what's really cool about this is I believe this is like a really good present to, maybe a friend you have for the holidays. So, for instance, I went ahead and I got two of these suckers. And they were really affordable. I think it was like, $50 something for each of them. So basically we have like this really sweet package here, and yeah, we can kind of just check it out. It looks like we're gonna get 350 cards out of this, one storage box, a click wheel, a life counter wheel, and 3 play boosters. So that's nice. Really what attracted me to this product is I saw it being opened like a couple weeks ago, like someone had a spoiler on it, and I saw a Massacre Worm, and I'm like, whoa, hey, that's a really good rare. And they kept on going through, and it looked like there were some cards maybe that I didn't really haven't seen too much of, but they're probably pretty solid. So I was like, I'm curious about that product, and I want to pop it myself. I want to explore it. I want to see what kind of cards are offered. And like what I said earlier, like I'm definitely going to give this to one of my coworkers for Christmas. And I think they're going to really enjoy it. Like I was a person I've been to, we went to like the Front Row Card Store convention. He's into like WWF, but he was really interested in Magic. He really liked the cards. When we went there, he liked looking at them. It seemed like he was very interested in the art in general and just kind of like the concept. So definitely a really cool entry-level product. Like you said, like you're not going to find like the most powerful cards in here, but you will find very good cards in general. So I think overall Foundations is very good. It has a lot to offer, I think, just from some of the cards that you can get even out from the Jumpstart packs, which is those are theme packs, and there's specific cards you can get in Jumpstart, which are just bombs, and they'll just totally fit into like most of the decks that I play already. So yeah, I'm very interested in Foundations. There's some very cool cards that are coming out of it, and some unique ones, of course, some newer cards that haven't been printed before. So overall, it's a very cool set to explore, and we're just going to pop this thing open, and the rest is history with that. So just get a scissor on here. Yeah, and then we're just gonna look at the cards, see if like anything kind of catches my eye. We'll probably go for like the boosters, first. So, I think that'll probably be kind of fun. A little pull tab on the back, very heavy duty case. And definitely a little bit more of an upgrade from the bundles. There's no doubt about that. So you get a little kind of a deck holder case, which is always nice. And newer players, you're definitely going to need like something like this to definitely hold all your cards. It's nice and shiny. Oh, that's a nice one, guys. That's really nice. So yeah, that's so far very good. Magic the Gathering Foundations, very cool. You get a little dial here. That's nice. Very cool. Of course, if you're going to start at 20 life, you can go ahead and just pop that over. Or 40 if you're a different kind of player. If you're a different kind, you might want to start at that life total. All right, so there's that. Let's see, it looks like we're gonna get some, ooh, that's nice, guys. Little foily guys here. So these are the Commander specific cards, or Brawl, if you play that format on Arena. I don't think Sol Ring's on Brawl, but Arcane Signet is. It's kind of a weird format, to be honest, but it's cool. And they are foiled, so that's kind of a nice upgrade already, So that's really cool. These are really nice, guys. A nice foily Sol Ring and a Command Tower. So that's coming through really nice, so we're digging those. Just staples, just very good cards, of course, for Magic. And then looks like there's some inserts here. They're just loose cards. Are they? Okay, these are like your dividers here for your deck box. Oh my God, there's so many cards in here. All right, so we're just gonna pop these packs open real quick. And what's good in Foundations? The Eldrazi is kind of a hit out of this. Let's see what we can get here. Charted Voyage, Vanguard Seraph, Axgar Cavalry, Infestation Sage. Interesting card. Spitfire Liege, Icewind Elemental, Headache Sexu's Second Right. Sarah Angel, sweet. That's a cool little angel right there. Zombify. A little unearthed action there. Sear Slicer Goblin. Ooh, these goblins, guys, they're on the rise. At the beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. Okay. Little token action. And ooh, a mythic. We love that. So this was a mythic rare pack. Fantastic. Valkyrie's Call. Whenever a non-token, non-angel creature you control dies, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control with a 1/1 counter on it. It has flying as an angel in addition to its other types. So basically like what is it, the Broodmoth? It's like kind of like that card, but in enchantment form for one more, like the Luminous Broodmoth. So that's cool. And it also, oh, it's a non-token, non-angel. Well, that's very cool. And then it becomes an angel. That is very interesting. So it has to be a non-token, meaning like a creature in general that's on a card, like for instance, like a Sear Slicer Goblin. And it dies. It's not an angel, and then it will return as that angel with a 1/1 counter on it. Okay, very well. Valkyrie's Call. And then we got this cool little foily guy here, the Erudite Wizard. Okay. And a Jungle Hollow. And then your art card. Fantastic. Not bad. You can get Doubling Season, obviously, right? That would be a mega hit. I wouldn't mind a Doubling Season, guys. They're very easy to open. Very easy to open packs. All right, let's keep rolling. All right, let's see. Axgar Cavalry, Bacon to a Pie, Broken Wings, Infestation Sage, Grow from the Ashes, Tolarian Terror, Prideful Parent, lots of cats. Tatiova, this is a really good card. Can be played as a commander. You can draw lots of cards with it. Whenever a land comes in, you have your lands that can, be, sacrificed to look for other lands. And then bring out another land. You can draw lots of cards with this and gain life, which is really nice. Of course, uncommon too, which is good. Rex Sage, this is just a really annoying card to play against, especially if you have really nice artifact or enchantments on the battlefield. It just comes down and just basically destroys one of them. So it's really annoying, but really strong. Good Fortune Unicorn, whenever another creature you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on that creature. Okay, very well. Some nice counter action there. That's pretty gas. Any creature. Whenever another creature you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on that creature. Really good for that 1/1 counter certainty, maybe with tokens, yeah? Hey, it's a Mischievous Pup. We'll be looking for the pups in the Jumpstart set. I did order a box of that, and there's some really nasty kitties and dogs that have really strong 1/1 counters for those. And there's some nice rogues as well that we'll be looking for. So I'm really excited to get into that set. There's a lot of unique cards that are strong. When this creature enters, return up to one another target permanent you control to its owner's hand. And then we have 1,000-Year Storm. Very well. This one is very popular for the archetype which just wants you to play lots of spells, right? And instants and sorceries. So whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it for each other instant and sorcery spell you've cast before at this turn. You may choose new targets for the copies. So of course you got to pay that steep price for the 6, which is it's not the cheapest card, of course, but Once it sticks and you start casting spells and consecutive spells, then you can start benefiting from it. Evolving Wilds, wow. It's a massive, massive card and a token. Cat, nice. All right, we got one more booster pack left over. Thanks for joining me today. Hey, there's a Llanowar elf. Wouldn't mind getting one of those in the anime, but I think that's in the collectors. But yeah, I've been putting out some content lately. I want to put out, of course, my deck techs in paper are kind of the pull for this channel. So yeah, I'm just kind of acquiring some cards, and I'm getting into this set a little bit more than other sets. I do like the marketing on it. I do like the card pool. The selection seems to be very nice here for the players. So love Ruby, just an absolute bomb. What a great card just to like ramp with or get offensive with. Just really versatile. What I mean by ramp, like adding mana. And it has haste, so it just comes on the battlefield and produces mana immediately. Also nice to have that legendary status and that bard class symbols, meaning red and green Gruul. Just really good stuff overall. Old Merfolk Daddy here. Okay, we're kind of, that's a 12-8. That's a 12-8 for 6. That's a bad dinosaur. What a gassy card, huh? Dang, bro, that's a big guy. It's like our old days right there at 12-8. Dang, man. Something. A little bit of a rare here, a little bit of, what is it? Oh my God, it's the bird. I lose Kaikar, of course. I had a peek. Yeah, Kaikar. Definitely a card that's been printed in other forms too, like in like the red, white, and blue colors before. But yeah, this is a nice one, guys. Really nice abilities for this one. You cast a non-creature spell, you can blink something, blink another target creature you control. That's really nice. It comes back to its owner control at the beginning of the next end step. And then create a 1/1 or create a 1/1 white spirit creature token. It's really nice. Really nice stuff. I love it. Reassemble skeleton. Okay, I got like a little skeleton boy here. And got another foil here in the back as well. So multiple foils for these regular play boosters. So not bad. From the sample size, not bad at all. This is a very good card for your sacrifice energies. It's just good fodder. You can like have recursion with it. Bring it back, of course. Nice foiling there. Cliffs and Drake. All right, guys. So that was like our pull there. So we got Llanowar Elf. That's always, of course, very nice, guys. For our newer players, just go ahead, add green there. Very strong in any format, right? Mostly. Probably one of the hallmarks of green is producing mana accelerated compared to their other color schemes. So Broken Wings, Grow from the Ashes. I'll definitely have to read all these cards. You know, some of them are very familiar or reprints recent from like Tolarian Terror. Some are from older sets, you know, that I'm familiar with from the Brawl format. Some are just new cards in general. So it's very cool, guys. It's very cool set so far. So I suppose that was just kind of a taste of the cards there. And now we have these stacks. We just have these massive stacks here. It's like kind of overwhelming, to be honest. So let's just pop into it and just kind of see what happens. It's kind of amazing, guys. Like the Lord of the Rings set. I just can't believe the value. Like, talk about investing. Can you imagine if you like really dug into those $200 a boxes for that holiday set? You would be times 5 in your money, which is that's really good for investing. That's a massive score, guys. But I don't know if this is, like always very dependable thing to invest in. I mean, some of the sets kind of don't do very well. This card is amazing. The Ballyresh Banneret, just an easy slot in for your soldier decks. Just reduces your soldiers by 1. There's probably a good soldier deck in Standard right now, actually. Yeah, probably a pretty decent one, I'd suppose. Looks like some good soldiers here. And there's soldier lords too, right? Maybe there isn't any in Standard right now, but obviously that would help. There is the Coppercoat Vanguard. Yeah, that will buff your humans, I believe, in this format. Some sweet cards here, guys. I'm not too familiar with, like, just really interesting cards in general. Some sort of legendary here. I'm obviously very into like rogues and like cards that like grant 1/1 synergy. Just big bombs in general, like big creatures are always interesting to me. I like artifacts too, of course. Artifacts are very important to me. So that's kind of the ones that I like are always like kind of keeping an eye out for. Duress. Knight of Malice. Just like hates white cards. Nice. Sanguine Indulgence. I love that art. It's so sick. Sweet. That's some good gas. Can gain some life. Vile Entomber. Oh my goodness. The Entomber, guys. When this creature enters, search your library for a card, put that into your graveyard. Ooh, an Entomb effect? I love it. Just had to put that guy to the side. I'm glad that's in here. That's very cool for me. Could be going to my Greasefang deck. Huh. Cool cards. Red. We are in red. It's pretty cool. I'm watching Kuroki's right now, obviously. Good stuff there. Standard's looking really good, guys. It's got some nasty stuff in it. Goblins. Goblins might be back. Some really interesting life gain decks. Gitu Lava Runner. 1 drop. Cool. Giant Cindermaw. Hoarding Dragon. Players can't gain life. That's pretty crazy, huh? Interesting dragon there. Huh. Circuitous Root. Yeah, you just put them right onto the battlefield. Basics. Fierce Empath, kind of definitely a hallmark of those big green decks that want to find like a Craterhoof Behemoth, like the Elf Ball. Very good stapley card there. Mold Adder. And it's very interesting, guys. It's very good in like a multiplayer format too, right? Expecting that your players would play in blue or black, probably at least one of the opponents, so can't be the worst, right? Mold Adder. Let's put this one over to the side. It's interesting. Okay, what do you do, Ordeal of Nylea? Whenever enchanted creature attacks, put a 1/1 counter on it. If it has 3 or more 1/1 counters that sacrifice this aura, when you sacrifice this aura, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Whoa. Huh. That's pretty easy to do, right? Sometimes you don't want the 1/1 counters to stop, though, you know. Little rampies, though. Is that, like, really good? Good for my Arwen deck. I mean, Arwen doesn't really get bothered too much. You know, I'm going to be swinging and get a little ramp. It's pretty good for me. Interesting. Druid. We like Druid, of course. Good for your landfall decks. Get your lands into your graveyard. Get some more juice with your Crucible effects. Venom Connoisseur. A little Death Touch Tribal there. Cloudblazer. When this creature enters, you gain 2 life and draw 2 cards. That's a mega card for Flicker decks. Mega gas. Deadly Brew. All right, so Deadly Brew, each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker of their choice. If you sacrifice a permanent this way, you may return another permanent card from a graveyard to your hand. That hits your stuff too. Yeah, sometimes we like that in some certain decks, like the Fleshbag Marauder. We like that because we can get them back because they're creatures and you can resurrect creatures. So some instant and sorcery hate here. Nasty. Okay. Enigma Drake. Guys, I'm loving this. I'm seeing like some cards like I've like never seen before, and also some I am familiar with. So it's a great set. Lots of cards. Enigma Drake. That's a beautiful card. Cool. It's like a Sprite Dragon without haste. No, it's not. I don't know what that card is like, but it is interesting. Garna, Bloodfisted Kelda, legendary Berserker. Huh. Bizarre. Little. I always like these kind of commanders. If it was attacking, that's very interesting. Okay, Mortify. Savage Ventmaw, what a bomb uncommon, guys. Man, this thing's in standard, man. This thing is a bomb, bro. Savage Ventmaw. Look at that, guys. This thing attacks and you create that much mana. Bam. Thing is just out of control. Savage Ventmaw. What a dragon. Teach by example, a little copy action. Trigon Predator. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment that player controls. Okay, that's pretty gas. Just get to like swing in, hit in with a flyer, destroy artifact or enchantment. That's good. Simic colors. Diamond Mare. As this creature enters, choose a color. Whenever you cast a spell that chosen color, you gain a life. Ooh, we're coming to the artifacts. I'm very excited. Feldon's Cane. Exile this artifact, shuffle your graveyard into your library. Okay. Fire Shrieker. Equip creature has double strike. Nice. Equip 2. Interesting. Do love double strike. There is some better options, of course. Gate Colossus. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each gate you control. Okay, that would be a gate deck. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Whenever a gate you control enters, you may put this card from a graveyard on top of your library. Sweet. Sorcerer's Spyglass. As this artifact enters, look at an opponent's hand, then choose any card name. Activated abilities of sources with a chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Oof. It won't shut down the triggered effects, but it will turn off the activated abilities, of course. Very cool. Good against planeswalkers, of course. Maybe some artifacts that tap. Soul Guide Lantern. Very nice. Very shiny card here. Yeah, definitely some artifact hate here. You can also draw with it if you wanted to by paying 1 and tapping. 3-tree Mascot. Change lane, add 1 mana of any color, activate only once each turn. Azorius Guildgate. Here's some gates, of course, from the kind of fit in very well to the gate theme, which is kind of fun. So it looks like you can play the Guild Gate, and there's probably a tutorial of how to put some of these decks together, which is kind of nice for constructed. The little life gain rabbit here, which is nice. You get 2 of those, you get 3 of those, you get 4 of those. And you get more life gain payoffs. Ajani's Primate, Refute. Counter target spell, draw a card, then discard a card. Interesting to kind of loot with it. Here we go, Vengeful Blood Witch. It's like a Blood Artist effect. Very good for my Marchesa Dealer of Death deck. So that'll just be easy slotting because it has some nice art. And we get some nice full art cards here. So these are really nice, guys. Abrade. All right, so yeah. Abrade deals 3 damage to target creature, destroy target artifact. Very nice. Instant speed, of course. Reclamation Stage. Whenever this creature enters, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment. Swiftfoot Boots. Oh, baby. Let's go. Let me hit the bell. Bam. We got the boots, baby. Look at that. Nice. Ooh, good. Yeah. What a bomb this is, guys. Get it a little hasty, a little hexproof. 2 colorless, 1 to equip. That's an easy slot. Nice. Beautiful. And then we get some of these nice full art lands. Capenna. Little tribute to Kamigawa here. Some swampies. Liliana's chilling. A couple swamps. Beautiful. All right, we're doing very well. So far, we're doing very well. Having a good time. So this could be just lands, I suppose. But who knows, guys? We're finding out together. All right. These are full art. These are nice, guys. Yeah, so we picked up some full arts there. I don't want to lose them. Let's see here. So that was that. Let's see here. Where did my pile of cards go? I swear I had like another pile here. Anyway, it'll show up, but yeah, I must have put it to the side. But yeah, I want to definitely keep these full art cards intact because I usually just slot them into my decks. Lots of lands. Woo! Just tons of basics. Okay. Oh, yeah. And some tokens. Okay, we like that. Some nice tokens here. Are they double-sided? Of course, I think. Yeah, we like this. Definitely like this. Cat, goblin, cat beast, dragon. Ooh, a 5/5 dragon. Interesting. Maybe you get the 4/4 angels here, maybe. Beast, 4/4 beast. 4/4 3/3 beast. Okay, that makes sense. And then we got our insects here, Zombo, Gobos, Elf Warrior, rats, copy token, and a human. And a soldier. Yep, these are good ones. Sweet. All right, so I'll set this one out to the side here. And we're just moving through. Okay, looks like we got some cards in this one that are not lands, so that's always nice. So I'll just see what you got guys are playing. Like Foundations, is any of the cards like kind of really stick out to you? Like maybe Commanders or any of the cards in general, maybe that I've gone through. This one benefits from the amount of cards in graveyards, I believe. Yeah, literally the amount of cards in an opponent's graveyard is its power and toughness. So this thing could be like a 40-40 in a multiplayer game if you're milling everybody with like Mesmeric Orb. Yeah, it's man, and it just gets stronger and stronger. So that's kind of a nasty card, no doubt. Angelic Destiny? Let me kind of just put these here like this because it's kind of a fat pile. All right, there we go. So Angelic Destiny, this is an enchantment aura. Enchanted creature gets 4/4, has flying and first strike, and is an angel in addition to its other types. When an enchanted creature dies, return Angelic Destiny to its owner's hand. Okay, so you get a little bit of buff, and it will return when it dies. Charming Prince. Okay, we like Charming Prince. This is very good for our flicker type of decks where we want to get value from things bouncing back to the battlefield. You can scribe with this as well. You gain 3 life. Very versatile card, of course. You can probably put that one to the side just because it does slot into a lot of decks. Felidar Retreat. Nice. That's really good for like your Abzan landfall type of deals where you're putting out a lot of lands onto the battlefield at once and making tokens and putting counters on them for playing each of those lands. So very good card to give out to start with. A very strong card, of course. Fumigate. Destroy all creatures. You gain 1 life for each creature destroyed this way. Okay. A 5-mana Wrath. Linden. Okay, also very good like life gain payoff, right? Whenever a white creature you control attacks, you gain 1 life. So it definitely enables that synergy with like cards like Heliod, the Crown. Mentor of the Meek. Okay, so this is the one where you're going to draw cards based on power creatures with power 2 or less entering the battlefield. It can be tokens. You can pay 1 generic mana, and if you do, draw a card. So that sounds good. We'll put that one to the side as well. A little kitty cat over here. The Regal Caracal. And probably from Amonkhet. Other cats you control get 1/1 and have lifelink. Nice, it's a nice lord there. When this creature enters, create 2 1/1 white creature tokens with lifelink. Fantastic. These are nice ones, guys. Here's a big fat dragon. It's called Zaldalpa, the Primal Dawn. 6 colorless. Should I call it colorless? Yeah, fine. 6 colorless, 2 white, flying, double strike, vigilance, trample, indestructible. Woo! Oh, baby. That's a bomb, right? That's a lot of keywords, guys. The thing is hard to deal with. Zaldalpa, and it's a dinosaur. That's cool. What I found out, and you might be interested to know, is that Elder and Dinosaur, those are like basically 2 different creature types. So if you wanted to name like dinosaurs for your Cavern Souls only, it would still fit under that banner of dinosaur because it is both of these types. It's an Elder and it's a dinosaur. So that's a fun fact. Arcanus the Omnipotent. People are doing stuff with this, and what they're doing is, I believe they are doing Agatha's Soul Cauldron, putting this into the cauldron and then having all their creatures with counters on them just be able to tap to draw 3. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's cool. Dictate of Krufix. Flash. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. Lots of gas for everybody. Great. Finale of Revelation. Draw X cards. If X is 10 or more, instead shuffle your graveyard in your library. Draw X cards. Untap with the 5 lands, and you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Exile. Finale of Revelation. You know what's really interesting, guys, is that like sometimes like these kind of cards, they're cheap, right? They're like only like 50 cents, but in the right type of builds, they're just like amazing. Like I can imagine putting this in like to one of my Aragorn decks, which just produces a stupid amount of mana, or can reduce spells to like, you know, basically nothingness. To get to 10 or more, it still would be like kind of a labor. But it is possible. And that'd be a lot of cards, and that's a lot of untapping. And it's just kind of very interesting to me, you know? Yeah, think of the, you know, it's okay to look at the price of cards, but don't always like cast off a card if it's not too expensive. I mean, it might not be the best for every build, but maybe it'll be good for, you know, the deck that you want to try. Harbinger of the Tides. You may cast this card as those add flash if you pay 2 or more to cast it. Okay. When this creature enters, you may return target tapped creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Okay. It's a Merfolk Wizard. Probably someone is very interested in that card. River's Rebuke is just like a nasty card. It's definitely an FU card. And it just returns all their non-land permanents to a target player controls to the owner's hand. It's really like a massive bounce effect. It's really brutal. Sphinx of the Final Word. The spell can't be countered, flying, hexproof, instant sorcery spells you control can't be countered. Tempest Jean. Flying. This creature gets 1/0 for each basic island you control. Okay. Voracious Great Shark. Flash. When this creature enters, counter target artifact or creature spell. Sweet. Pretty cool. Demonic Pact. Nice. Definitely a combo-orientated card. Some people try to give this away to opponents. And basically, once the modes kind of work themselves out, you know, the upkeeps, basically, you can't choose one that's already been chosen before, and eventually they just lose the game because they have no way of taking this off of the battlefield. So that's a really interesting card, of course. Always love demons. Always kind of interested in the demon group here. Always very powerful, kind of like dragons. This is a 6/6 for 4 mana flyer, so it's just looking at those stats, you're like, whoa, that's pretty big. At the beginning of each combat, any opponent may sacrifice a creature of their choice. If a player does, tap this creature and put a 1/1 counter on it. So yeah, that's a setback for it. Dread Summons. We got an X black spell. Each player mills X card for each creature card put in the graveyard. This way you create a tapped X 2/2 black zombie creature token. Sweet. That's a sweet card. Colostria Highborn. It's a vampire shaman. Whenever this creature or another vampire you control dies, you may pay black. If you do, target player loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. Vampire Tribal. Scary stuff. Midnight Reaper. This thing just gets a lot of cards, right? Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, this creature deals 1 damage to you, and you draw a card. Yeah, basically a non-token dies. You take some damage, but you get to draw. It's a 3/2 knight, zombie knight. It's interesting. Here's a Myoan. These are just big bombs. They usually come in with an indestructible counter if you cast them. This one comes into the battlefield with a divinity counter. And what does that do? Remove a divinity counter from Myoan of Knight Reach. Each opponent discards their hand. Yeah, what a brutal, nasty guy. A divinity counter. Very specific, guys. I don't know if many things make those. Dull Priest of Oblivion. This is a reanimator if you play the kicker. So that's kind of cool. So it could be a creature just for the 2, a menacing lifelinker, or pay 2 and then additional 3 generic mana, 1 swamp. And you can resurrect a creature from the battlefield along with putting this on the battlefield. A little tutor effect, Wishclaw Talisman. Always a nice one here. Yeah, this is fine. These are all good black cards. This one is just a tutor effect, so that's obviously very cool. Go ahead and search something up, and then your opponent can search for something too. Good for like finding answers with your group and politicking. Definitely a good commander card, no doubt. What else we got here, guys? Ball Lightning. Nice. This is a 6/1. This brings me back to my memories of a kid. Just a serious 6/1 trample or haste that you just have to sacrifice. Be like, oh, I just got to play a couple of these and the opponent will be dead. Yeah, they'll definitely be dead, right? Yeah. It's a lot of damage. Dragon Master Outcast. This is based on the lands you control, right? At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 6 or more lands, create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying. Fantastic. Here's the Harmless Offering. This is like the one where you give them your demonic pact, right? You say, here you go. Good luck with that. Crazy stuff. So you exhaust the demonic pact or whatever, and then you just hand them this on their upkeep. They perish. Pretty brutal. Lathless, a great dragon card. We love that. Really good for for our dragon tribal. We play more dragons, we make more dragons because this is just on the battlefield, and that's why we get that 5/5 token. So, guys, this is a great product. You're gonna really like this. Share it with your friends. Maybe give it to them as a present. I know a lot of people who watch these are probably just like, already like people into Magic. So, but this is a great product that seems really good for giving it to somebody. There's a ton of cards in here, tons of cards to explore, and some pretty good ones too. Definitely playable. This creature can't be blocked by humans. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to player, put a 1/1 counter on it. Vampire. Taurian Mauler. I think this one has some value to it because it's a changeling. So, and it grows too. So that's a nice one there. Based on the amount of spells your opponents cast. Hero's Bane. This creature enters with 4 1/1 counters on it. Put X 1/1 counters on this creature where X is its power. Predator Ooze, the 3 green, indestructible. Whenever this creature attacks, put a 1/1 counter on it, so it enables its counters. Whenever a creature dealt damage by the creature this turn dies, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Okay, sure. Primal Might, a little fight spell. Primeval Bounty. Whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 3/3 green beast creature token. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put 3 1/1 counters on target creature you control. Whenever land under control, you gain 3 life. Very well. Here's some Rampaging Baloth, some good landfall synergy. Very good landfall card. Definitely always kind of competes for a spot for one of my top end, creatures because you're just making a bunch of green beast tokens when you have a land come on the battlefield and it's 6/6 itself. Serac the Hunt Caller. Okay. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if creatures you control have total power 8 or greater, target creature control gains haste. So a nice and haste enabler there. We always love that. Haste is not always the easiest thing to get a hold of. Okay, and then we have a green mythic here. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. We like that. You may cast creature spells from the top of your library. Cool. You can spend mana of any type to cast creature spells. Well, that's very cool. Visir, the Menagerie. This is an elf. This is a 2/2 elf flash. And you can put counters on this based on non-humans entering. Aurelia, wow. Ooh, nice multicolored mythic. Flying Vigilance Haste. Whenever Aurelia attacks for the first time each turn, untap all creatures you control. After this phase, there's an additional phase. Combat phase. This thing has haste itself, so it just swings in over the top. And you get your extra combat step. It's beautiful, guys. Beautiful angel there. Lovely. What do you do, Miss Orzhov? Core Cleric. Eiley. Death Touch. Nice. 1. Sacrifice another creature. You gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness. Okay. 1. Plains Black. Sacrifice another creature. Exile target non-land permanent. Activate only if you have at least 10 life or more than your starting life total. How interesting. Drogskull Reaver, flying, double strike, lifelink. Whenever you gain life, draw a card. Oof. Spirit. Cool. Very expensive. Halana and Elena, the partners. People love this card. It definitely, you can definitely be gotten by it. There's no doubt. You know, it can definitely kind of get nasty on you. The trick is to get this thing's power up really high. You know, honestly, it's probably one of the better cards for Aragorn because, you know, even though it won't, if you have Aragorn on the battlefield, you cast this, you won't be able to get Halana and Elena because those are cast triggers. But I think this card is better often than not. Probably pretty good for that deck, especially if you want to go like Voltron-y, you know, because you can play a green spell, you can pump the Halana and Elena partner's power up, and then put the X counters on because that's its power, and that's how it derives that trigger on combat. It's interesting, huh? I love him as Stern Predator. Just love this card, guys. It's so fun. So hard to deal with. You can just sacrifice creatures that, you know, anytime you want with this thing too. Tap it. Interesting. Maelstrom Pulse, destroy target non-low permanent, and all other permanents with the same name as the permanent Brutal. Ovika, Enigma Goliath. This one is a very popular commander. This one has to do with casting non-creature spells, and then you create 1/1 red Phyrexian goblin creature tokens where X is the mana value of the spell. Oof. They also gain haste till the end of the turn. And they just stick around. Very cool. We got Prime Speakers Zagana. Oof, that's quite a cost for a 1/1. Okay, so it sees the power of creatures we control. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Huh. You don't say. And you're 6 mana, huh, Prime Speaker? Well, that's very interesting. Merfolk Wizard. A wizard? It's a wizard, huh? Oh, interesting. I like that card for Aragorn. I'm definitely putting that one to the side. Wilt Leaf Leash. Other green creatures you control get 1/1. Other white creatures you control get 1/1. We're a lord for both of the colors. So if you have green and white creatures, they're going to get 2/2. If a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard this card, put it into the battlefield. Ooh, that's cool. That's a cool card, the Liege. That's going to be popular. Hey, a Basilisk Collar, guys. Nice. I like this one. Creep creature has Death Touch and Lifelink. Nice. Man, I was like, didn't really see the power of this card, but you put like a trampoline artifact on like another creature you have, and it's this thing with the Death Touch and Trample. Is just really, really hard to deal with. You know, it just gets through really fast. Deals the 1 damage. The opponent's creature dies, of course, and then you just kind of trample over. So definitely an interesting card. Cultivator Caravan, we love it. This is a great vehicle, guys. Look at this thing. It's a 5/5 too, and it can create mana, and you can crew it to like start getting busy. It's fantastic. Darksteel Colossus? Oh my god. What do? You trample indestructible. Oof. If Darksteel Colossus would be put into graveyard from anywhere, reveal Darksteel Colossus and shuffle into your owner's library instead. Okay. Trample indestructible. Oof. Maze Mind Tome. Nice. Pyromancer's Goggles? What do you do? Add red. When this mana is spent to cast a red instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Very cool. Ramos. We got like a multicolored commander here, or spell. Has, you know, the multicolor. You just have to put counters on this. So depending on the colors, okay. That's some serious mana production. Sweet. All right, Ramos. Steel Hellkite, of course. I actually think that like Steel Hellkite is one of the more busted cards, but you have to like really support it. You could do this with like a Agatha's Soul Cauldron. If you get this thing in the graveyard, you can put it on one of your creatures. It will work in that manner. They are activated abilities here. So basically, this thing swings in. If you deal combat damage, you can then pay X and destroy all permanents that have that mana value. So it's a nice little payoff. Crawling Barrens, got plenty of those. Crawling Barrens, yep, this is a man land. You can pump it up and get offensive with it. Here's your scry lands here. And we're back to our beginning. Some just nice rares overall, just some interesting ones. That was very cool. I don't expect to find much more. Oh my god, there's just like a mythic foil on the top. What the hell is going on here? I was very excited to like come home to open this box. It's very exciting. It's always exciting to open up Magic. All right, here we go. Look at that, just a foily Lyra. That is very cool. And that is just a 5/5 flyer that pumps up all your angels and gives them lifelink. So that is a very cool one and has first strike. Rite of Replication, Kicker 5. Oof. Create a token that's a copy of target creature. If the spells with kick, create 5 of those tokens instead. Oh, dear God. That's crazy stuff. Hey, a Massacre Worm. Guys, these are all foil. That's so sick. That's crazy, huh? Massacre Worm. Oh, my God. Look at that, guys. It's foiled up. This thing just terrorizes all your opponent's creatures, and then they also have to take damage too. Your opponents will lose life based on the amount of creatures that die when this thing enters the battlefield. It's a big spiny worm. It's just an awful, terrible thing to happen to your opponents. Gratuitous Violence. If a creature you control would deal damage to a permanent player, it deals double that damage instead. Okay. A little expensive on that one. Giganosaurus. Oh, dear Lord. That's a 10/10 for 5 forests. It has to compete with that other dinosaur that's a 12/8 for 6. Cool. We got the Adaptive Automaton here. It's a good lord, right? Other creatures you control the chosen type get 1/1. It enters as a type that you choose. Very versatile on the mana, of course. Cool. Gilded Lotus. I definitely want to, very shiny. I definitely want to play more decks with the Gilded Lotus, so I feel it is a cool card, and I definitely want to like explore it a little more, you know? Maze's End. This land enters tapped. Add colorless. 3 colorless, 1 in a tap. Return this land to its owner's hand. Search your library for a gate card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. If you control 10 or more gates with different names, you win the game. Very cool, like a very nice win con. Angel of Vitality, very good lifelink payoff for your angel decks. Of course, you get that additional life. It definitely makes a difference. When you do gain the life, make a stand. Creatures of control get 1/0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. Looks like we come to some sweet uncommons, and they're all foiled, guys. Foiling negate. Feed the Swarm and foil. Nice. They definitely did not hold back on this product, guys. You're going to love it. Target player. Okay. Gutter Snipe. Very cool. Wouldn't mind like doing an Aragorn deck with like burn. Put that one to the side. Impact Tremors. Huh. I don't hate it. Here's the Imperious Perfect. It's an elf tribal warrior. Other elves you get control get 1/1. Create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. Okay, very well. Get a couple of those. Pelaka Worm. Pelaka Worm. Trample. Whenever this creature enters, you gain 7 life. When this creature dies, draw a card. Cool. Boros Charm, nice. Just deals 4 damage to a face. Or give indestructibility to our stuff. Or target creature gains double strike in the middle of turn. What a bomb. Unflinching Courage. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets 2/2 and has trample and lifelink. Okay. Expedition map. Okay. Nice. That's just a nice tutor. You can find the land that you want. Beautiful. Hedron Archive, also very good for those colorless decks that just love ramping. You can add the colorless here for the mana rock itself, and you can use that mana immediately. You can also sacrifice this by paying 2 and tapping it to sacrifice it and draw 2 cards, which is nice versatility. Cat Collector. Nice, create some cats. Divine Resilience. Interesting. Joust Through. Oh, it's an instant. Okay. I was wondering what that is exactly. Twin Blade Blessing. A little double strike action. We like that. Clinquant Sky Mage. Interesting. This one looked pretty good, right? This is an instant as well, so you can create the fairies and then also tap a target creature an opponent controls. So that's an interesting one. Okay, we'll create some more fairies. Arbiter of Woe. This is a demon. Lots of different cards here, guys. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature. That's hard. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card and loses 2 life. You draw a card and gain 2 life. Okay, some decks are going to really love that. They're definitely going to love the Arbiter of Woe. Can tell like the jumpstart fits into this very well, guys. So if you're getting into Magic, you might want to get this and maybe a box of the Jumpstart Foundations. So that would be a very good purchase because a lot of these cards are going to synergize well. I can already tell. I've experienced them first. There's a Beetle, for instance, and that might be a fun build because I got wrecked by it the other day. But there's basically a Beetle that whenever anybody sacrifices a creature, you created a 1/1 insect token. So basically, you create a bunch of these tokens. So you're gonna have lots of fodder, and this seems good. You know, you're just gonna cast this, have a 5/4 flyer, and then each opponent will discard a card, lose 2 life. You draw a card. It's pretty decent. I mean, like, you know, just a lot of value, right? Midnight Snack. Definitely kind of has those Soren vibes, the new Soren vibes from Modern Horizons 3. Vengeful Blood Witch. This is the Warlock that we got in the Borderless treatment. So you get 3 of them. Nice. Cool. What is this? What is this sorcery? So many cards. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets 3/0 until end of turn. Goblin Negation. Always interested in these X spells. I'm always very interested. Goblin Negotiation deals X damage to target creature. Then create the goblins for the excess damage. Okay. Strongbox Raider. Cool. So we're almost through the 350 cards. Some of them were lands, but there is a lot of cards here. A little bit of recursion there from your graveyard. There's the 12/8 Dinosaur. This is a scavenger bird. It loots too. Okay, very cool. Nice uncommon there. Fiendish Panda. It has to have to be dying to get some advantage from it. Otherwise, it's just growing for cost. Perforating Artist. Lots of value from this card. For a multiplayer format, for sure. Really nasty, the Perforating Artist. To each effect. Wardens of the Cycle. Morbid. If a creature died this turn, choose 1. You gain 2 life. You draw a card. That is your end step only. Ravenous Emulet. Sacrifice a creature, draw a card. And put a soul counter on this artifact. Sacrifice this artifact. Each opponent loses life equal to the number of soul counters. Okay, I guess we're going to have to proliferate on that a lot. We have Pride Mate, Angel Finality, Resolute Reinforcements. We love that for soldiers, of course. Savannah Lions. It's a cat. Stroke of Midnight, Exile. It's a destroy effect. Okay. Instant speed for white. Get some more flash here. Essence Scatter, some counter spells. Micromancer will... is that one when we get to look into our library? Yes, we do. Can find an instant or sorcery with mana value 1. Reveal it and put it in your hand. Nice. Mocking Sprite. Probably very good for your tutors, right? If you're looking for like your very strong Mystic tutors or Enlightened tutors. Definitely opens up your game plan, I'd say. Mocking Sprite. I'll have to put this one on the side for sure. Micromancer. Mocking Sprite, flying instant and sorcery spells cost 1 less to cast. It's pretty cool. Spectral Sailor. Think Twice. Draw a card, flash pack. 2 and blue. Okay. Taloran Terror. Ooh, Witness Protection. That's a nasty one. I'm glad I got this because I think I had this in one of my Blink decks, so... Ew, yeah, it's nasty. Just turned a creature into like a 1/1 nothing. It's really good. Witness Protection. Yo. Accentuate. Each opponent loses X life. You gain life equal to life lost this way. That's a lot of life gain. Here we go. Some removal here. Marauding Blight Priest. Definitely part of a combo piece. Here's a rogue. Okay. Vampire Shaman. Zombify. Burst Lightning. Sure. I like that kicker. It's like a better shock, right? Fanatical Firebrand. Sacrifice this creature, deals 1 damage to any target. Ugh. Heartfire Immolator. Yeah. Just destroys a bunch of creatures, right? You could just, yeah, just prowess, right? Haduksu's second right. If target player has exactly 10 life, Hedetsugu's second right deals 10 damage to that player. Very cool. Seismic Rupture deals 2 damage to each creature without flying. Throw a possibility. Draw 2 cards. Discard a card. Then you draw 2. These are, you can always get wrecked with these, right? Because you could do it, you discard your card and then it can get countered and then you're down 2 cards, and that's not good. Bite Down's a fight spell. We got some removal for artifact enchantments. Creature with flying that's a little expensive. Bushwhack. This one can fight or find a forest, so that's not the worst. Here's a little bit of elf ball here. Whenever this creature enters, if you control another elf, it's very strong. Just the amount of elves you created just gets gross. But you have to control another elf as well. Oh, it's a one-time thing. Okay. Thought it was continuous, like once a turn type of thing. Garrick's Uprising, I always like putting these to the side. These are decent. Can draw a card. If you have a creature with power 4 or greater, all your creatures have trample. That's very good. And as you play more cards, 4 power more, you keep drawing. Giant Growth, very nice. Llanowar Elves, some nice ramp here. It's very nice to give those out. Very nice cards. Overrun, this is just going to, like a finisher here. Everyone gets 3/3 and trample until the end of the turn. I do like that. I don't like the 3 green for it, but I do like everything else about it. Here's Veil. Wildwood Scourge. Enters with the counters. Again, it puts counters on itself. Here's Imperium Eagle. Other creatures with flying get 1/1. Heroic Reinforcements. Create 2 1/1 creature soldier tokens. Till end of turn, creatures you control get 1/1. And gain haste. Okay. Here's Ruby again. And we love Ruby. So yeah, and this is like a double damage thing here. Very expensive if you're playing aggro, but maybe people like it as a finisher. And guys, I think that's kind of the end, as you would say. So just some of the cards that kind of stood out to me from this lot are here. I do believe the full art lands are here as well, right? Yeah, those are beautiful. Yeah, these are all probably pretty cool, right? So let's see here. So we got like some of these full art cards, which are very nice. Got these nice full art lands. The boots, got this cool blood artist and a nice alternate art, basically. Cloudblaze, Ordeal of Nylea, that one's kind of interesting to me. Mold Adder, also interesting for my counter deck. A little Entomb action. These are just nice slot-ins. There's a Garrick's Uprising, of course. Bushwhack, Extenuate, Witness Protection, Micromancer. There's a more Vengeful Blood Witches. Faebloom Trick, Hadron Archive Expedition Map, Boros Charm. Oof. Impact Tremors, very nice stuff here, guys. Gutter Snipe, Feed the Swarm, Angel of Vitality, Maze's End, Gilded Lotus, Gigantic Adaptive Automaton, Giganosaurus, Massacre Worm, Rite of Replication. Seems like a really interesting card, actually. I could create lots of tokens of something that you really like. Here's Lyra Dawnbringer, Angelic Destiny Ramos, Pyromancer's Goggles, Darksteel's Colossus, Cultivator's Caravan, Basilic Collar, Wiltleaf Liege, Prime Speaker Zagana, Ovika, Maelstrom Pulse, Immersed in Predator, Halan Elena, Aurelia, Vizier of the Menagerie. Cool art, super duper art here. Serac, Torian Mauler, Lathlas, Harmless Offering, Dragon Master Outcast, Ball Lightning, Wishclaw Talisman, Null Priest Oblivion, Myoan of Night's Reach. That's not the best, really. Midnight Reaper. Yeah, this one seems interesting. The Highborn, Dread Summons, Desecration Demon, Demonic Pact, Probably someone who runs like Omnath Locus of All is like, how dare you take the Myoan out? How dare you? Sorry, I had to do it. Finale of Revelation, Dictate of Crufex, Arcanist Omnipotent. Arcanist Omnipotent. Sotalpa, Regal Curricle, Mentor of the Meek, Felidar Retreat, Charming Prince. So that was awesome, guys. I even got some cards over here that were kind of cool. Got like an interesting mythic here. So I got the Valkyrie's Call. Overall, I'm very happy. I'll just put these ones to the side. I'll just kind of organize those how I'd like to. Of course, we got these as well. So just a lot of super duper value. Hopefully you guys have fun. Maybe get one for a friend, maybe at work or coworker or someone that you know is into cards. And I think they'll like it very much. Well, I hope you like that kind of in-depth look at the starter deck box. And I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.